Hi, Cliff Mostiller here, and if you're watching this video, then you saw my intro video and you are curious about how to set up a network portfolio that is 100% risk-free and 100% worry-free. Now, with that in mind, if you did not see my intro video, you're going to see some buttons pop up in just a second, and if you didn't see that intro video, somebody gave you this site first, then take a look at the intro video, watch it, listen to it, pay attention, and then it'll bring you back here. But I'm going to refer to that intro video from time to time, so definitely you want to see that. In addition, I wanted to tell you a few more things about how to navigate my site, kind of what to expect. First of all, you'll see the button that says The Truth About Network Marketing, and that's actually a video series that I shot probably a year ago, and that still is relevant. It has nothing to do with the NP4 system, and by the way, the NP4 is Network Portfolio, and there are 4 of them in our network portfolio, so it's NP4 system. But with that in mind, The Truth About Network Marketing has some great information, and I definitely urge people to watch it, but it's not going to affect the NP4 system one way or the other. In addition to that, the overview, after you go through, I'm going to give you an overview from here. When you get that overview, kind of how everything's going to lay out, after that it'll start saying step 1, step 2, and so on. The buttons are going to be labeled step 1.00, step 2.00, step 3.00, etc. The reason I'm doing that is this: if any changes come up, then if you have step 1.00 and the next button you see is step 1.01, the next one you see after that when you click on is 1.02, then you're going to want to watch all the ones in the 1 category before moving to the step 2.00 and so on. And the reason I do this, changes can occur. I'll give you a great example. Lioness, which is our launcher company, 100% risk-free. Lioness actually used to charge $1.50 to enroll somebody under you. And they decided recently that they would enroll people under you for free. They don't charge anymore. So that changed my equation, my system, my setup. I had to go back and reshoot a number of videos, redo my numbers and my equation. But with that in mind, it changed. Well, anytime I have other changes that come up, I'll just go in, place those in between these videos, and I'll send the message through IQ Life. We'll talk about that when we get there. But you'll be able to get that message and know that there's been something added in. Now, the other thing I want you to know is the age-old question that I'm constantly getting: why on earth would I create a system that actually targets skeptics? Why would I want skeptics on my team? We already know they aren't interested in network marketing. We already know they're not going to try hard to help me out, to go out and enroll new people. We already know that they have zero interest and zero belief. Why do I think they would join? And why would I make a system that targets them? Well, first of all, there's plenty of skeptics out there. When it comes to network marketing, you are looking at a huge sea of people that are skeptical about network marketing and do not believe it will work, which means that gives you a lot more people to choose from, a lot more people to seek. Now, the other reason is this: the reason that I want to have skeptics on my team is because I have truly created the perfect system, and a skeptic is a person who will follow a risk-free system step by step by step, exactly because they want to prove you wrong. They want to prove the NP4 system wrong, and that's great. If that's you, that's what I'm looking for. Here's why. I'll give you a perfect analogy. Let's say 2 guys, one is optimistic, one's a skeptical individual. Both of them, somehow, some freak accident happens. They're wearing nice blue shirts and somebody spills motor oil on their shirts. They look and go, man, our shirts are ruined. And that's one key thing in this. Their shirts are ruined. That stain's never coming out. And then you go up to them and you go, you know what? Believe it or not, there's a secret formula in our family, been in for generations, that'll actually get that stain out and it'll make it good as new. That shirt will come out perfect. The optimistic person will be thrilled. The skeptical person in the back of their head's thinking, yeah, right, this is not going to happen. Okay, whatever, let's hear it. And you say, look, you mix 1 cup of vinegar, 1 cup of bleach, and 1 cup of Listerine in a spray bottle. Spray it 5 times on the stain. Then wash the shirt 3 times. Put it in the dryer, and it'll come out and it'll look brand new. Now, skeptical person, here's what's going through their mind. They're thinking, that is the dumbest thing I have ever heard in my entire life. And I know it is, and yes, I'm making up that formula, by the way. Please don't do that to your shirt. But that being said, they're thinking that's ridiculous. Absolutely. But they're also thinking this, their shirt is ruined. They have nothing to lose. And that's a big key in the system. Why will a skeptical person do this? Because they have nothing to lose. So, what is that skeptical person going to get out of this shirt washing? He's going to get to prove me wrong. If I'm the one that told him that formula, he gets to prove me wrong. How's he going to do that? Well, you know what? He's going to follow everything step by step. He's going to put 1 cup of vinegar, 1 cup of bleach, and 1 cup of Listerine in a spray bottle. He's not going to try to do a little more, a little less. If he only puts half a cup of bleach, then he can't say that my formula was wrong. He can't prove me wrong. He can't come back and go, well, I did this, I'm going to use only half a cup of bleach. Because I'm just going to tell him, well, you didn't do the formula correctly. That's why it didn't come out. But he also isn't going to be helpful. He's not going to add a little more bleach or a little more Listerine or a little more vinegar and make sure the potion is good and strong. He's not going to do that. He's not going to make sure that formula's got any extra power to it because he wants to prove me wrong. Now, he's going to spray that shirt. He's going to spray it 5 times. He's not going to spray it 4 times because then he can't tell me I was wrong. But he's not going to help me out and spray it 6 or 7 times either. He's going to spray it 5 times. He's going to wash it 3 times. Not 2, then he couldn't tell me I was wrong. But he's not going to help me out and wash it 4 or 5 times either. He's going to wash it 3 times, he's going to put it in the dryer, he's going to pull it out. And if what I said was true, if that secret formula really worked and his shirt comes out totally looking brand new, he's going to come back and he's going to do the complete opposite of I told you so. He's going to say, you know what? I didn't believe it, but your formula worked. And if he sees somebody who happens to spill motor oil somehow on their shirt, he's going to look at him and go, you know what? I know you're not going to believe this. It sounds ridiculous. I didn't believe it when I tried it. But here's a formula to get it out. He's going to spread that word. Now, an optimistic person, they're going to hear that formula and say, thanks, that's great, that's amazing. Oh, I can't wait, I'll try it as soon as I get home. They're going to get home, they're going to mix that formula in, they're going to put a cup of vinegar, a cup of bleach, and a cup of Listerine, and then they're going to go, you know, maybe I'll put just a little extra bleach, a little extra vinegar, because I want to just make sure this works. I want to make sure this just goes perfect. I know it's just going to be great. And then they're going to spray it, and they're going to spray it 5 times. And then they're going to spray it 1 more time. And then 1 or 2 more times. And then they'll probably end up spraying it 10 or 12 times because they just want it to be saturated. They want to make sure it's absolutely got all that good formula on there. And then they're going to wash it 3 times. And then probably a 4th time, probably 5 or 6 times, just to be certain. Then they're going to pull it in the dryer. They get it in the dryer, they pull it out, and sure enough, the motor oil stain is gone. And there is a huge white bleached mark where they have destroyed their shirt, and their shirt is still ruined. Now, the way they feel, they were all excited about that formula. But they overdid it. And they overdid it with the best of intentions. They did not follow step by step. They wanted to do even better. And it backfired. And guess what? They will not tell anybody else about that formula. They might even tell people not to try it. They see somebody spill motor oil on their shirt, they're either not going to tell them the formula, not going to tell them about what they can do to fix it, or they're going to say, You know, I did that one time and some idiot told me that if I mixed this and that, and they're not going to say that they overdid it, did it wrong. They're just going to say that it was your fault. Whatever it was that you told them was incorrect. Now, that's why I want skeptical people. Because skeptical people will follow this 1, 2, 3, 4 exactly, precisely, and when they see that it really does work, they're not going to go out and seek a ton of people. That's not part of the program. But they'll mention the family, they'll mention the friends, look, I know this sounds ridiculous. I didn't believe it myself, but this really works. The NP4 system, you got to try it. And those are the ones that I want. Now, if you're an optimistic person, excited, I'm not telling you I don't want you. What I'm telling you is, please, don't overdo it. Don't jump in ahead. Don't go, I'm going to go ahead and do steps 1 through 5 because I just know this is going to work perfectly. Follow each step. It is all point and click. Very simple, one from another to another to another. Follow that exactly, and that is where you are going to find tremendous success. Now, enjoy your videos. Go ahead to the overview, and you'll be hearing me, not seeing me much, but I look forward to our future business together.